My husband's son, 28M, confessed his shameful secret that my husband would want to know about. How do I, 34F, respect my duty to my husband without ruining my relationship with his son? My husband, Daniel, is 60, didn't know where to add that in the title. I know that's a big age difference and Reddit is against that, but I met Daniel when I was a grown woman in my 30s. On top of that, my husband looks better than most men my age, so my husband and his son aren't very close. Daniel wants to mend their relationship, but it's difficult because there's a sort of cultural clash between them. Daniel was raised in a culture where affection is shown through sacrifice and discipline while his son is American, so his son expects more emotional openness and outright affection than Daniel is really capable of. This has definitely led to a lot of resentment, and when I came along, that sadly made things worse. His son was really unhappy about it. His son just takes an issue with me specifically, and he's been taking that out on his dad. He usually ignores me, and when he doesn't ignore me, he can be nasty. Daniel has asked me to do my best to put up with it and somehow try to have a good relationship with him. I've tried, and I think maybe that finally helped. Daniel is visiting his mom, and I was unable to go. I can't take that much time off work right now. So I've been home alone except for the few days when his son decides to stay here. Son doesn't have his own place. He usually stays with his mom, but sometimes he'll be here. I don't really want to get into the details of what happened, but the other day, he was here, and I sort of understood what was going on. But later that night, he got drunk and we had a long conversation, and at some point, he basically confessed what he's been doing. Let's say he's been gambling, even though that's not it. He told me that he's been gambling for many years. He spent a lot of money on it. He doesn't feel like he can stop. He even sought therapy for it, and that didn't help him. He feels like he can't have a normal life because he has this constant urge to gamble. The morning after that, he came up to me and literally started crying and asked me not to tell his dad anything. But I know Daniel, I know his values. I know he wouldn't want his son to live like this. His son says Daniel wouldn't do anything to help him, but I believe that's because he perceives Daniel to be as cold and uncaring when he really is. I don't know what Daniel could do to help, but I know that he would want to know. I thought I'd try to convince his son that he needs to tell him what he's been going through. But his son went back to his mom's place. He isn't here now, and I wonder if he'd avoid me even more now that I know all of this. I feel like just telling Daniel might make his son go no contact and ruin their relationship altogether. And if I don't tell him, his son might like me, which would make Daniel happy. But it feels like I would be betraying my husband if I just sat on this.